Here's NORCO!
I'm Alpha. That was Silver you just heard. And as he said, this is Horsetown, USA.
No, it isn't.
Now,
It's NORCO! Possibly USA, I don't know. CRT filter, absolutely turn that on.
I was going to say, before we start this, I got a few questions for you, and you just answered question number 1. Hell yeah.
Yeah!
For the fonts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Look at Merriweather again. I think Merriweather might be the easiest for me to process, but try Open Dyslexic. Interesting. That is fascinating. I think Merriweather, but I would accept your.
Well, stylistically,
and I would do.
Stylistically, I like Lana Pixel, but whatever's easiest
You're
for
right.
you, I can.
You're right. No. Lana Pixel is the correct choice.
All right.
And speed should probably be fast.
Yeah.
Standard's always going to be too slow.
Yeah. For colors. I can't really tell the difference between the first 3.
Neither can I.
It's subtle. But anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I would do yellow.
You like yellow?
Yellow. I like yellow.
Okay. Let's make sure that's stuck here. Yes, it did. And how's the combat in this?
No idea.
Okay, cool.
What was the first option?
Expert mode.
No, we don't need that.
Quality of
Unless
life,
you want to kick it old school. But this is a one-shot. We want to get it through as much as possible.
Yeah, quality of life, I'm going to say no to that.
Yeah.
Alright. Shall we?
Nude game. I gotta say, the oil dark aesthetic is not what I was expecting.
Shield hid the stars behind halogen and flame projected onto the sky every night. There was no such thing as silence. The noise never went away. The refinery exhaled an endless sigh. Actually, let me drop my volume here.
It is the United States because it's Louisiana.
I'll deal with the volume in a sec. I'm going to let you drive.
I still can't sleep without that sound.
You often dreamed that the towers were cathedrals, that the swamps listened when you spoke, that the birds became radiant spheres while circling Norco's sky.
Interstate 10.
You spent your adolescence sleepwalking between little devastating rituals. Though Blake pleaded, you decided to leave. I gotta do something with this.
Man, that goes down to nothing real quick.
Yeah.
Because, like, once you put it to halfway, I couldn't hear the music at all anymore.
Atmosphere goes fast, too.
They all do.
Can you still hear the music?
Barely. I would like you to kick it up, like, a little.
How about here?
That sounds pretty good.
Right there? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back and make sure my mic is still showing up properly. It's hitting on OBS, but that's a matter of playback. I'll deal with that later. Anyway.
Okay. Canada. I knew he'd get over it.
Your bacon really sucks.
Yeah, tell me about it. He never did.
He never did. You caught out on a Grenier to Chicago and onward to the West Coast, thinking you'd never return.
Is that how you pronounce that?
No.
Okay.
I was giving it a little bit of class.
I say.
You wandered through the overlit suburbs of the vast American limbo. Thumbing down 99. Thumbing down 99, you saw an old man crouched in a roadside ditch. He was mouthing your name. He had a familiar gaze. He was gone when you wiped the sleep from your eyes. You spoke to Blake, learning of your mother's declining health, her insomnia, her erratic behavior. You ignored the urgency in your brother's voice. You headed east. You threw your phone into the Rio Grande and joined the armies of the Mesa. For months, you were in the company of fugitives, sleeping in nuclear tunnels, repairing engines and weaponry.
Interstate 40. Albuquerque, New Mexico.
The war was a meme that set Albuquerque on fire. You escaped while the foot soldiers of a pop-up junta bloodied the parched land. While hiding in a freight liner,
I slept.
you slept easily as the truck shuttled through the plains. You called home from a landline in a motel somewhere beyond Texas. You knew from Blake's hello that your mother was already dead. You hung up, shouldered your bag, returned to the highway. 5 years had passed. You made your way back home. And so it begins. You awake from a delirious dream to find yourself in your childhood bedroom. Monkey watches you from the corner.
Everybody, do the monkey!
Alright, let's take a quick cursory look around. Looks like we have a navigation on the bottom right. Number of hotspots. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6.
And me!
And a mind map and an overworld.
Remember to hit the garage before we leave, because we need to grab the key that's taped to the back of the bottle.
Well, I mean, we're not going outside the house until we're actually finished with everything in it. But first things first, we're in the bedroom. I believe I spotted 6 hotspots. Would you like the books, the plants, the flyer? I could have sworn there was something. Oh, outside, laptop, or monkey.
Hit us with the books.
Let's hit the books. Among the books on the shelf is a slim volume called Crisis LARPing. Oh, you know we gotta read this shit. The proto-disaster tourism began almost as soon as the floodwaters left. Punks from across the country ventured into the Ninth Ward, Gentilly, St. Bernard, and finally the East. They curated a theatrical self-portrait of their lives in the ruins. The aesthetics of disaster were central to that emerging milieu. Something. It began to percolate into popular culture. Collapse became the zeitgeist. Wise investors recuperated the experience of disaster. New Orleans became a plastic dystopia, a marketplace for crisis.
God, that is so guttingly real.
And I was curious if a reclick would get us more. Always a pro
Flyer?
tip. Always a pro tip in any point and click.
Mm-hmm.
A flyer from a show your friend put on a few weeks before you left town. A fight broke out while one of the opening bands played.
I got whipped in the face with a bike chain. That is so real.
You still have a scar above your left eye. After the show, you and Blake walked the river back to Norco. You watched the sun rise over the grain elevators. Actually,
So my best memories are of walking back from a friend's show as the sun is rising, and like the world is starting to like begin its business.
Right. And it looks like your choices will stick with you. The show where you got that scar above your eye. Alright.
The plant.
You assume Million has been keeping the plants alive.
Who's Million?
Unknown at the moment.
Maybe it's the monkey. Check the monkey.
Touch the monkey?
Touch the monkey!
Shut up and touch the monkey! Monkey. Your best friend. A childhood gift. You spoke with him often when things got difficult, but then you left. He sat here for 5 years collecting dust. 5 years. His eyes fill with anger as he challenges you to return his gaze. Staring Contest Part 1. Glyphs. Glyphs will appear and flash a pattern. Match the pattern to meet Monkey's gaze. Okay. Ready?
Ready!
Here we go.
3, 1, 2, 4.
You successfully meet Monkey's gaze with a cool assurance. However, his expression is unchanged. You stare more intensely. Circles will appear over Monkey's eyes. An outer ring will shrink to the perimeter of the circle. Click the circle when the outer ring locks into place. So I'm taking that to mean matching where the inner ring is.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Yes!
I was not prepared for that.
Yup.
Anger melts from Monkey's face.
Take the monkey!
Absolutely. You drape Monkey over your shoulder, and that's our first achievement. Suffer through Monkey's guilt trip for Primal Stare.
Okay, let's take a look outside the window.
Cool January air spills through the open window. Commuter traffic glints along Apple Street as a pair of wrens weave out of the overgrown lot next door. Okay. That leaves one. The laptop.
The lappy-toppy.
The laptop your parrain gifted you idles on a shoddy particle board desk.
I don't know what a parrain is.
Me either. As the screen illuminates, you notice that the signal in the house is dead. No internet. It looks like Blake was using the computer at some point. He left a browser tab open.
Let's see.
Let me go up to the beginning of this. Okay. Birds in them swamps be acting weird. Quack job. Promo code BLEED3.
BLEED3 for up to 0.005 quack coin.
TF kind of name is Quack job. Yeah.
Scroll up, I wanna... Okay.
Oh, sorry, what do you want to see?
The usernames.
Sure, stand by. From the top.
Modbot. SCP Anglers. Osexual. Random gibberish. 49. Random gibberish. Okay. I think those are... I think this is supposed to be like a 4chan style thing, but I could be wrong.
Do you think the usernames are important?
No.
I don't either. You can see, too, who they're... Oh,
Replying to.
I could have just done this.
Alright, let's check our mind map.
Yeah.
Oh! It's
You.
got like the gallery, like in Disco Elysium.
Yeah.
God, what a good game. Shame they never made any sequels. You... We're traveling. We were traveling to Albuquerque. That's not really the Midwest. That's like the Southwest.
That's closer to the Rockies than either other option.
Yeah, I would say across the Rockies.
Your friends went south and you were glad to be alone. You spend long nights on those highways in a shitty sleeping bag. Okay, cool.
Through the Midwest?
The freight cars rattled in the cold dusk as you crouched on the grainer pouch.
Oh, that's right, because first we went to Canada.
Right. Suburbs, fences, traffic, flat country, all passing for miles.
Then what?
You rode in the back of a van from Chicago to Des Moines. You stole a heater from Walmart and brought it to the poorly attended house show. Des Moines to Kansas City to Denver.
Down the Pacific Coast.
Actually, I wonder something here. Alright. Down the Pacific Coast, you were in California when the summer arrived. You recall the familiar smile on the face of the old man in the Central Valley ditch. That smile burned its image into your mind.
Dismiss. You are home again.
Because your brother needs you. Because your mom died.
Finish thought, and then we'll click on the other thoughts.
Which
We'll click on the body and the ditch. Ditch man. Smiling ditch man. Yeah.
The smile of the man who crouched in the ditch of the highway revisits your mind. His head was smudged with Wednesday ashes and mascara ran from his eyes.
Huh. That's an odd combination.
Nothing else there for now.
Let's get Blake.
Your brother.
Is
Where do we go first?
oblivious.
Your grandma once said that she didn't expect much from Blake. She said he was short-tempered, oblivious, and couldn't focus. Blake was sitting in the chair across from her, staring down at a tablet. After she left the room, you asked him how he felt.
I feel fine.
He said,
Why?
because of what Gran said. He looked confused.
What'd she say? Is a lot.
Younger, reckless, gets in trouble, spends sleepless nights scrolling. Edgelord, sensitive, compassionate, foolish, can't take criticism, always needs money, tries to help those he loves, but often makes things worse. Edgelord, huh?
What else?
Insecure, dysmorphic, constantly checking his reflection, always seeking validation. Was terrified of you leaving, and now he's terrified of you dying.
When I think of him, I just feel guilt.
No love or anything like it.
Dismissed. Catherine.
Your mom.
Died.
Oh, that's a bit on the nose, huh? The cancer metastasized. It was in her liver, then her lungs, then her brain. She was on chemo. Never finished her third course. At the hospice on Jefferson Highway, Blake said the traffic shook the building. He left before she drew her last breath. Alone with the morphine drip and the rattling glass. That's how Catherine died.
Alright. Well, that was depressing. Let's get the hell out of here.
Okay.
Let's go visit Monkey.
Monkey stares at you. You stare at Monkey.
Keep staring.
He stares with more intensity until his gaze passes through you. You become invisible to him.
Keep staring.
Little circles of light pool in the doll's tired eyes as they watch the infinite space beyond your being. The air that hangs between your eyes and his is a vacuum of utter stillness. You look away. And that's as far as that goes.
Okay. Let us overworld map?
Yeah, let me make sure. Oh, do we want the overworld before we check the living room?
Oh, no, living room. Obviously. I thought that was how we were going to be moving, was the overworld map.
Oh, no,
I do want to kind of look at the overworld map, just to see what it looks like.
Yeah, sure. Give me 1 second to make sure there aren't any more hotspots we missed. Should only be the 5. Oh, the main menu.
I just got a craving for cherry pie and Cobb salad.
That's an interesting combination. Alright, so it looks as though the only other accessible place right now is the Shield Oil Refinery. We still have some home to explore before we do that, though. Starting with the living room.
Wait a minute, this is more sad than I was expecting.
Yeah. Not a happy-go-lucky thing, huh?
I'm told that I know that multiple people who I respect who have played this found it very joyful, but so far it's not joyful is not the word that I would use to describe it.
Not in the least. I believe I spy 7 hotspots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Well, let's start with the books.
Make that 8. Let me make sure there's nothing new on the mind map in this room. There is not. The books, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you peruse the titles on the bookshelf.
Penicillin diaspora.
In the end, we decided to leave Dimes. It wasn't the cat cracker, or the smells, or the fear for our children's health that drove us away, though they played a part. Truth be told, it was the media attention. The spokespeople and activists and academics and all this. I was done with it. I was done being a poster child, done being thought of as a victim. I wanted my experience to be my own, not something to gawk at or dissect in a laboratory.
The western margin
Of the lake. Yep. Many tragedies have come to pass along the western margin of Lake Pontchartrain. The unnamed hurricane of YW9D left the settlements of Frenier and La Branche in a state of unrecognizable destruction. Those who survived did so by clinging for their lives to the limbs of cypress trees. The fables and secrets of those communities lie with the bones now scattered in the sediment of the lake.
Oh, that sucks.
Hmm.
Weird year naming structure.
Indeed.
Let's look at the laundry.
A laundry basket. Your mom's unfolded laundry.
Mail.
Mail. A letter from Shield Oil sits atop a stack of mail. Dear neighbor, please be advised. There will be elevated flaring at the site of our number 5 stack near Good Hope on the evening of Thursday, March 19th. This will pose no health risk to residents. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact the Shield NORCO Office of Community Engagement.
What else is on the desk? Is there a pizza box there?
Appears
Or
to
not
be
desk,
something
but-
like
and-
that. It is a photo album. You want that?
Yep.
Okay. A family photo album.
Look.
Yellowing pages of disposable photographs. Your grandfather. A peculiar look on his face, impossible to read. Your mom staring at Blake through the obscure lighting. He's dressed as a vampire, tugging at someone's waist. Pleated khaki shorts. A photo labeled Duck. Dim illumination. Unlock 25% of nodes in the mind map. A photo labeled Duck. Scene of a barbecue on the lakefront. The man at the center points playfully at the camera. His face is obscured. Turn the page and there's Blue, your father, though you've never thought of him that way. An easy smile on his face, a canister of dip shoved into his front pocket. You set the book aside. A collection of photographs. Your mom, your grandfather, Blake, Blue.
Turn to the mind map for a bit.
You want to do that
No, let's
before?
let's hit the photographs.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's hit the rest of the hotspots. What have we done? We've done mail, photo, laundry, books.
The other photograph.
Yeah, this up here. Yep.
Yep.
A photo of your mom holding Blake as a baby on a beach in Pensacola, Florida. It's winter. You stand beside them, bundled up and laughing as a gust of wind rakes the beach. The sky is bone white. Okay, we still have the couch, outside, and television.
The TV.
Okay. Let's look at what's on first. An old defective flat screen that your mom never bothered to bring to the curb.
Well, let's turn it on then.
You turn on the television. A chaotic distortion of your mother's memories flash before you.
Tune in. Fun. Do the up and down arrows do anything? Fun. Appears to be the whole lot of them.
So it has 4 memories.
Now the couch.
Memories of sleepless nights. Your mom sitting here through the window. Sitting here staring through the window, yes. There was a tension in her demeanor, as if you were interrupting some urgent and obligatory task. You'd continue to the kitchen with no words exchanged.
I thought she hated me.
She was thinking about Blue. She barely knew you were there.
Alright.
Remind you
Now I
of sleepless
wanna-
nights.
Return to the mind map to get more information about Blue.
Sure, certainly.
Is Blue our father?
That's what the album indicated, yeah.
Who's the one all the way on the right?
That is Duck.
Duh.
Who do we want first? We have Blue, Pops Pierre, and Duck.
Let's get Duck.
Let's get Duck. An old friend of your mom's. Your memory of him is scattered and vague.
Okay.
Can't do much.
Let's get our father Bloom.
Blue.
It's a vague memory.
You don't remember Blue. Only the things he left behind. Photographs, cologne, tools, the name that your mother kept. Even the pictures that have survived are too faded to make out.
And then Pops.
Your grandfather, Peter Pops Pierre Melancon, he passed away when you were a teenager. He seemed to court controversy, though as a child you never understood why.
Let's go back to our mom.
Your mom.
Finish thought. Alright, I'm
just seeing real quick if there's anything else to be done here.
Indeed. Alright, let's
seem to
get
be.
that all. Let's exit.
Alright.
Living room, kitchen, bedroom, front yard.
So this will probably just take us front yard.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, cool. Alright. Inside.
Is that a cat? Is that a cat?
Aw.
It's a cat! Disregard everything. Pet the cat.
Right. Your mom fed the neighborhood strays. They must be hungry since she passed.
Oh.
See what else we got around here.
Birds.
Alright, so...
Birds.
1, 2... Already got that one. That'll navigate us. That'll navigate us. 3, 4...
Birds, then windows, then statue, then we'll figure it out from there. Window. Birds,
3.
window.
3 crows eye you from the power line.
Window. Sorry, the neighbor window, not our window.
The overhead light of the neighbor's kitchen illuminates yellowing wallpaper and unused furniture.
Our window.
3 times this house is flooded.
The first flood.
The first flood is barely a memory. Placing your feet on drenched carpet, your mom and grandfather ripping out sheetrock, sitting in a small RV in the backyard setting dolls on a cluttered table.
The second flood.
You were 14. The pumping station failed during a heavy rain. You were in class watching the clouds move upriver. You got a text message from your mom. Stay at Destrahan. I'll come get you. For 2 weeks you shared a hotel room with your mom and Blake. She spent all her days gutting the house. In the evenings you would sometimes help.
The third flood.
Another pump failure. Your mom hired contractors with the insurance money. She said she was getting too old for it. You were bitter. You blamed her for not selling the house sooner. You stayed with friends in New Orleans.
I didn't remember there was a fourth flood, but go ahead with the fourth flood.
There wasn't until now. The fourth flood will follow a slow hurricane, and it will be a calamity. It will leave the entire region submerged as critical levees breach. There will be a massive blackout that lasts weeks. Much of the sewerage infrastructure will be damaged beyond repair. The embattled federal government will do nothing to assist. It will bankrupt the region. Small militant enclaves will form along the high ground of the Mississippi River. They will take to piracy and hijack commercial shipping vessels. Private mercenary forces will retaliate in kind. Slowly, industry will flee this hot zone. The old river control structure will collapse from neglect and sabotage. The Mississippi River will again change its course. NORCO, an old abandoned refinery town on a ghost of a river. Your house will be squatted and then razed. Boy. Yeah, there you go. 3 times the house has been flooded, and there's your 4th.
Let's look at the statue then.
Mary.
Queen of Scots.
Your grandfather's statue of the Virgin Mary sits in the shadows along the crawl space of the house.
Turn it on.
Alright, what have we got?
That face is totally detachable.
Well, it looks like just the one hotspot, huh?
Let's do it.
You observe the weathered concrete and flaking paint of the statue.
Inspect further.
The face is especially deteriorated, framed by a system of cracks. The face, yeah.
Interact.
Yeah, I think you're right. You run your hands along the deteriorating contours of the statue. It snaps off as if by design. Behind the statue's face hides an odd assemblage of electronics carelessly soldered together. At the center of the electronic configuration is what appears to be a card reader. That's interesting. We'll have to remember that for later.
Yeah.
To the backyard before the street, I think, yeah.
Yes. We'll do a whole perimeter check. Hello!
What the hell? So that's Million, is it?
Oh, who's been watering the plants?
What else have we got here? 1,
Pregnant.
2,
Motorcycle.
3,
Crowbar.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Let's say hi to Million.
Alright. Million sits in her characteristic slouch, lost in thought. Her carapace has taken on the rusted and weather-worn quality of the rest of the machinery in the yard. You recall the night that your mom showed up with her. You and Blake stayed up past dawn, poring over pirated API docs. Her ragdoll mass was slumped on the floor as you wrote the routing procedure. You wonder if such memories hide behind her constellation of eyes. The robot regards you casually.
Speak. Hey, you're awake. Best sleep in years. The sound of the refinery always did help you sleep, didn't it?
In any case...
Beep, boop, 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 boop,
oh,
boop.
sorry, that's still you, I think.
In any case, I'm certain I was no help.
She gestures toward the motorcycle at the edge of the carport.
I was turning over the engine on that bike to test the coils. It was quite noisy, but they're in good shape now. All I need is a fuse, and we can use it to get around while I finish repairing the truck. I heard the phone ringing inside, but I had my hands full. Were you
expecting a call?
Yeah. Many people have been calling since Catherine died. Your brother is usually the one to answer the phone, but I don't know where he went off to.
1 or 2.
I wonder where he could be.
I wonder where he could be.
Likely at the bar or bookstore, if I had to guess.
Where can we get a fuse?
The gas station just up the road had them, but you may have to persuade Troy to let you in.
Why would so many people be calling?
Your mother left behind a lot of loose ends. From what little I know, I gather she was conducting research for a client in Fat City. I sense that many people would like to acquire that data. I'm unaware of where she has hidden it. Perhaps Blake knows its whereabouts.
Who exactly would want to see the data?
Your mother spent her entire life researching this town. She knew histories that others have forgotten. History has a lot of value in this place.
Who is this client?
I haven't a clue. These aren't things she discussed with me. As the cancer spread, she became more guarded with her research. I took her knowledge for granted. Your mother had a lot to teach, but she wasn't always the easiest person to get along with. So anyway, that is all.
And so it is.
Let's grab that pry bar.
A steel pry bar lies on the ground.
No shit, Sherlock.
It would
Okay.
appear we can't have it.
Alright, let's gaze at the refinery.
The towers of the refinery wink in a subtle and familiar rhythm. This landscape was the jungle gym of your youth. You snuck through coverts and broken fences to explore the machines beyond, and that is exactly why I checked these places repeatedly. You could feel the heat of the flare stacks raging 70 feet above, lighting the graveyards of the communities that once existed there. There were fewer drones guarding the perimeter in those days. Were you to attempt such trespassing today, it would require more sophistication, or more force. Adventure Gaming 101, folks. Always check things twice.
Crabnet!
That leaves us with the motorcycle, oh, you said crabnet. My bad. A disintegrating crabnet. Blue taught your mom how to make these, and your mom taught you. In the summers, you'd bike to the suction before sunrise, tie chicken next to a net, submerge it, and nurse your coffee while waiting for a bite. Pleasant.
Alright, let's check the container in the truck.
Okay. Your mom kept all her gear in a plastic container strapped behind the cab of the truck. Boots, waders, flashlights, tackle, first aid kit, etc. Now, one of those is important to any adventure game. Actually, two of them are, really.
The tackle, because at some point you're going to have to lower a monkey down into a thing and have it slowly deflate. Oh, what was that pole?
It's just a
it's the front yard.
doorway
Yeah,
to the
never
front
mind.
yard, and then doorway to the kitchen, both on here.
We
haven't seen
motorcycle,
the
then
motorcycle and the truck, yeah. I think that's all there was. Uh-huh. An old disused motorcycle with extensive rust and wear.
And truck.
This truck was your grandfather's. You remember riding in his lap while he let you steer. The dead wasps that collected behind the seat. The smell of grease, whiskey, and nicotine. You and Blake would drive the truck into New Orleans on the weekends. No air conditioning, windows down. The rattling chassis was deafening, going 75 on Interstate 10. Million has been slowly repairing the vehicle since your mom's death. Okay.
Kitchen?
Let's check the mind map first, actually.
That is a good point.
D, what's going on there? Hey, feel free to join us if you want. We're in my streaming chat.
Always love hanging with Dee.
Always. We have Million. Catherine seems to have more. And Shield.
Let's talk about Million.
Okie dokie. Million
was a fugitive.
Once a fugitive, now just a relic. She spends hours in stasis beneath the house like any discarded thing would.
Okay.
She guarded the perimeter of the aluminum refinery in Gramercy. One day she ran away.
Why? To find her family?
You don't know.
Was security android to find her family?
What? No.
Yes. Finish thought.
Yep. Let me make sure.
Yep. Do your thing. Okay, now Shield. Agents of Shield is
an oil
refinery.
Shield Gulf South is a regional subsidiary of a transnational oil empire. It holds a large share of leases in the Gulf of Mexico and refines crude oil right here in Norco, Louisiana. The chemical annex sits on the other side of town from the refinery. It produces the feedstock for plastic consumer products. Shield owns half the town.
Alright, now back to Mom. Was conducting research. For who? For a client in Fat City. Client.
Your mom was conducting research for a client in Fat City. That's all you know.
Though, judging from the blurred picture, it is another robot.
Alright. So, backyard. There's an attic to check out now after we do this.
Yes. Yeah.
So, we have hotspots, I'm sure. Okay, yeah, the attic. Laundry room. Microwave is a hotspot. Pills are a hotspot. Backyard. Entryway.
Let's keep those pills.
Your mom's painkillers are spilled across the counter.
Pills here!
Why did I see that coming from a mile away?
Laundry room.
You were always frightened by the laundry room.
Right.
Doesn't seem to be much in here. How about this microwave? You've discovered so many dead cockroaches in this microwave over the years that it's discouraged you from using it. For several months, a dead baby roach was stuck between the clock's display and the protective screen, blocking the hour. Blake finally shook the microwave aggressively enough that the roach fell into the guts of the machine.
I hate roaches so much. I was renting a place middle of the pandemic, and I spent 4 months living in Cali with my girlfriend at the time, and came back, and the house had become infested with roaches, and that was like truly a nightmare scenario, because they really do get into everything, like everything. Like, they live behind light switches, and you'll see them like crawl under the plate of the light switch. They live in every piece of electronic you own. They are ubiquitous, and it really is horrifying.
Yeah. D, does the dryer make such noises as well? I think we're ready for the attic now.
Sure.
Only one way, back to the kitchen.
Something in that bottom left corner. Also, there's an elephant doll to go with monkey.
Well, you know what they say, D. A roach in the nose is worth 2 in the bush.
Ooh. I don't like this.
Yes, I'm sure they do. The only thing of note appears to be these boxes. There used to be much more clutter up here. You imagine your mom gave it away as the end approached. Not much more to be done here. Let me make sure there's not other places to be going. Yeah,
This game is pleasant to look at. The opening shot is like a horrible oil refinery flaring in the night, and like it's still beautiful. It's gorgeous.
Is there a save or... Oh, good. Alright, I would imagine the street might take us to the world map. Let's find out.
Well, the street might take us to the gas station.
Oh, never mind.
Hey, it's a turtle! Pet the turtle.
Yep. No
And
direct interaction with the
turtle.
Alright, let me check the screen. Sign. A door. The sisters. Snowball stand. Alright, so I believe I only see 4 hotspots. You want me to get close to the turtle?
Turtle! The turtle! He crawled out of the trash can.
Don't touch him, see? He's dirty.
No, he's not. Turtles are always clean. They live in water.
Trash water is not clean. Let's go.
Just let me stare a little longer. He's pretty. It's true, turtles are often carriers of salmonella.
The 2 sisters continue to argue over the turtle that crawled out of the trash can. We have the sign, the snowball stand, and the door. I think the door should go last.
Sure, sign.
Purdue Private Investigators. We snoop for you.
Lol. Snowball cones.
The snowball stand is closed for the winter. That doesn't make any... Oh, whatever. I guess if it's an ice cream place, that would... Yeah, alright.
Did we say it was January?
Yes.
Januaries are not getting as cold as they used to.
The lights are on at Purdue Private Investigators.
Let's pop in and say hi.
You knock. No answer.
Alright, then let's not.
Nonsense. Persistence. Six. 7. 8. 9.
Give it a lucky 13.
Alright. 11. 12. 13. No dice.
Let's give it a Baker's 13.
Ah, Baker's dozen, I see. We have 2 choices. Dimes Discount, Floodgate Tavern.
Let's go to Dimes Discount.
Ah, it's a new point on the map. Excellent. All right.
What was that space on the map? Better?
Batture. Batture.
I don't know what that is.
Alright, let's check.
Also, what the hell is the thing next to the crane? Yes, freight loader.
Freight
Please
loader.
click that.
Well, in a sec. Film set.
Alright,
3
load my
hotspots.
freight.
A freight loader is being repaired in the Batture Woods over the levee.
A freight loader, okay. I think that thing might be like a mech.
What of this film set?
Yeah, what of this film set?
A film crew is set up along River Road. Several floodlights illuminate a gruesome murder scene. Excuse me. 2 men stand pensively above a corpse. As you near the set, a small, energetic man jumps from his chair.
Attention, dumbass! Can't you see we're trying to shoot here? What are you filming?
What are you filming?
It's a detective drama called None of Your Goddamn Business! Any other questions?
Sounds cool. So is this like a murder scene?
Keep it up and it's gonna be. Hey. You know what? Wait a second. You from around here?
Yeah, well, what do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could use some cultural expertise, you might say. We're filming a Bayou cop drama, and all these knuckleheads are from LA.
An actor on set turns toward the director. I told you, Kevin, I'm from Texas.
Oh, that's right, Noah. I forgot. Your Harvard-educated daddy bought a boutique ranch outside Alston. Well, that don't make you a cowboy, Hoss. Now hush up before you scare off the yokel.
The director returns his attention to you with a mild look of disgust.
Help us out, will ya? The script needs some work. What do you say?
Fine.
Fine. Hey, Noah! Get over here so you can learn something from this stupid redneck!
The actor smolders. He whispers under his breath. I'm a redneck.
Fine, Noah. You're a redneck, a real salt-of-the-earth kind of guy. But as luck would have it, we came in across an even dumpier hayseed than you, okay? So just take a knee. Alright, anyway. We need some good slang. What do you call a villain? A bad apple? A lowlife? Bad daddy.
Bad daddy. You nod solemnly.
That's pretty jive, pretty seedy. I can work with that. Great, that's settled. One more thing. What's a more regional way of saying to murder, to kill? Send him home with the roosters.
Yeah, one of them caught my attention.
Mm-hmm.
You maintain severe eye contact.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Sounds raw. Sounds real. Remember it, Noah. Home with the roosters. Well, I'm satisfied. The bad daddy sent another poor bastard home with the roosters. Sends a shiver down my spine.
I seriously have to repeat this?
This is how real people speak, Noah! It's how people talk outside Silver Lake, you understand? Real people are out here saying weird, gross shit all the time!
I've got a server full of them.
Truth. So memorize that line, because that line is going to win me a Golden Globe.
The director half remembers your presence.
I'm pretty good at sourcing talent, aren't I? Always had a knack for it. I guess I owe you one. If you ever need anything, talk to somebody else on set. Just don't bother me, I'm busy. Now get lost.
That's all for that.
Yep.
That leaves only the gas station. So many evenings spent watching traffic pass by this gas station. Little has changed. The neighboring business still sits abandoned. The surrounding streets are quiet and empty.
Well, well, well. Look who's back. What happened? Carnival forgot you beside the road? And you even brought your little doll. That's cute. Back because my mom died. You're not that stupid, are you? Catherine? She too valuable. They'd never let her die. If anything, she's probably vacationing on a hard drive somewhere. You're trolling me about my dead mom? Oh, trolling? You so damn sensitive. Can't say nothing around you, 'cause of woke. Your mom was excavating all along the rim of the lake. She used to pay me to help from time to time, matter of fact. Called it a rim job. She loved my rim jobs. But anyway, she needed someone smart, someone vigilant, somebody like me. Especially with shield snooping around. I seen some wild shit out in them swamps with Catherine. What kind of shit? I won't bother telling you about it. Might hurt your brain. And anyhow, this ain't story time. Not letting you in the gas station. Goddamn company that runs this dump did me dirty. They swapped me with an ATM machine for speaking truth. Ain't letting nobody through till I get an apology, very least. That sucks. Don't patronize me with your weak pity. If you really want to get through, go get me some of those pills your brother was selling. That might persuade me. Bite. You joking, right? Trying to get wrecked? Alright then, let's go.
I have no idea.
Oh my god, this is Pokemon?!
I have no idea what the hell I'm doing here. Pick somebody.
Send monkey, send monkey. Turn this into fucking Pokemon.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so... Need to practice.
Yeah, I do. Class Trader. Strike Breaker.
Oh no! Oh no! I never thought about it that way.
Alright, so I do need practice fighting with Monkey. Now, if you'll excuse me.
We accept transfers.
We only have Troy on the mind map.
Well, let's look at him. Troy knows your family. He was buying pills from Blake and occasionally helping your mom with her research.
He says she was conducting research in the lake. Did you want to stand as narrator?
No.
No.
I just got excited is all.
Oh, that's alright.
Cigarillos, liquor, candy,
Kiosk.
price scanner, fuses, dog food.
He's taking a nappy poo.
I loved him in Lisa. Definitely his best role.
Alright.
You ever played that game?
Lisa? No, I don't think so.
It is one of the most depressing games I have ever played. It is a game about women stop being able to give birth to female children, so there's like a generation of boys, and then that's it. And the game starts like after society has collapsed, because everyone knows like this is the last generation. There's no one to like keep the lights on for, so they like descend into Mad Max barbarism, and you're like near the very end of the run of humanity, and you discover an older woman who has given birth to a baby girl, and she like hands you the baby. And like the first thing that happens before you get to do anything is that raiders come and kidnap her from you and beat the shit out of you, and you go on a quest to like avenge her if she's dead and rescue her if she's alive. And you don't know. And it's just like, it's such a sad game. Very good.
Yeah, that's rather depressing.
Anyway, let's look at the things we don't need. So let's look at the cigarettes.
Immaculately stocked cigarettes.
Let's look at the liquor.
You wonder if this place ever started checking IDs. During high school, friends in the city would drive all this way just to get booze. Protein bars, bubblegum, breath mints, taffy, etc.
Dog food, obviously.
Dusty bags of dog food line the shelf. A manual price scanner.
Kiosk.
The disembodied, illuminated head of the kiosk levitates silently in the browser tab.
Good evening. How may I help you?
You own this place?
I am Discountware, a distributed cloud-based operating system for American Discount Southeast Incorporated. Semantic version number 16.3.3. The owner of this franchise is Perilou & Sons LLC. Discountware is licensed to Perilou & Sons LLC via the Standard American Discount Southeast Incorporated licensing agreement.
How do you like this job?
I proudly perform the routine maintenance operations and procedures of 227 American Discount Southeast Incorporated franchise locations across the Southeast region. American Discount Southeast Incorporated is a model company awarded for excellence in business and community service. Thank you for inquiring about American Discount Southeast Incorporated.
You know Troy, that guy outside?
Thank you for your inquiry. I am forwarding it to Perilou & Sons LLC. Perilou & Sons LLC has declined to respond to your inquiry.
So why'd Troy get fired?
American Discount Southeast Incorporated prides itself on its outstanding mentorship and jobs training program. American Discount Southeast Incorporated works to ensure that each franchise location provides opportunities for career growth. At American Discount Southeast Incorporated franchise locations, we leverage automation and machine learning technologies to enhance the lives of all employees. To apply for a position at any American Discount Southeast Incorporated franchise location, please visit American Discount Southeast ADSE today.
I'm good.
I'm good. Let's grab those fuses.
Fuses hang on the shelf. You grab a fuse.
I detect that you have merchandise in your possession. You must remove any unpurchased items from your backpack and scan them in order to exit the store.
To use an item in your inventory, drag the item from the inventory menu to the intended target. I want to do something.
You're gonna teleport out of here using the world map?
Something. The door is
Please
locked.
pay for the merchandise you have in hand before exiting.
You scan the fuse.
Thank you for your purchase. Alright, let's get out of here.
Right. We have the Bature.
Okay, well that's ominous.
1, 2, 3.
Alright, let's do the memorial, then the horse and the drifter.
A memorial languishes in the river mud. A 2x4 cross, plywood plaque, cairns of pulverized concrete, sprayed haphazardly onto the plywood as a remembrance. Here pass the brave freedom fighters of January XW11, whose cries of liberty echo through the generations. In much smaller lettering, a different hand scratched "Fake" across the bottom of the plaque. Man, of all the nerve. A lone horse drinks from the stagnant water pooled along the riverbank. That's how you get dysentery, pal. And the drifter. A man sits on a pile of flotsam, his head buried in his canvas jacket against the sharp air.
Oh. Stupid horse.
You made me look bad. The man's
Get out of
gaze.
here, you stupid horse.
The man's gaze stays fixed on the opposite bank of the river, never turning to you nor the horse.
Can't stand that horse. Lots of stupid in this world. Stupid people, stupid horses. I'm a little stupid myself. Then go get you a river drink.
He spits on the dirt at his feet.
You know what all they dump in that water? Hell of a cocktail.
He spits again, wiping a string of mucus onto his sleeve.
What are you out here for anyhow? Ain't you heard they got a criminal on the loose? Bring the law around here, making things harder for the rest of us. Best be sharp, young one.
Okay. That seems to be all we're doing here. Nothing else to do here either. And that leaves us the Floodgate Tavern.
Maybe we can find our bro there. Bro!
Cool. The world map is expanding. What else we got? Jack shed nothing on the left half of this screen. We'll waltz back to the Apple Street. And apparently the only hotspot is to peek into the Floodgate Tavern. The Floodgate Tavern. Many shield workers gather here after their shifts. It's closed. Should be open later in the evening. Alright. Well, we have our fuse. And we know where we need to take it.
You got the fuse? Good. We'll be able to use the bike to get around town until I'm done with the truck. Concerns me that Blake still hasn't returned. He's been spending a lot of his time at the Sarpe paperbacks lately. Perhaps we should look for him there. I missed what happened at the bar?
Nothing. It's closed.
Ah, okay.
Nothing we can do there right now.
Alright, let's go.
Let's go. The Airline Highway. The sky bleeds a color you knew as a child. Airline Highway passes beneath your feet. Million has joined your party. Interact with party members by clicking their portraits in the party menu. If you're stuck, they may be able to help. Million shouts over the wind.
Sorry, was just saying hi to someone. The bike runs much better now. You can use it to get along during your visit, to get around during your visit.
Where could Blake be?
He spends much of his time at the Sarpe paperbacks. Perhaps we should check there. How's he been?
How's Blake been?
The year that you left, Blake became uncontrollable. His behavior troubled Catherine deeply. He was beginning to remind her of your grandfather. After he was expelled from Destrehan, he began running drugs into the parish. He made himself many enemies. He put those things behind him after her illness, but now that she's gone, I'm uncertain what to expect. This place can ruin people. I won't apologize for leaving. No one is asking you to, Kay. How have you been? I'm always the same, Kay. Always the same. Is that bad or good? Whichever you prefer. Are you depressed? No. Love you, Mills. Thank you. What's it been like around town? Shield has been expanding since you left. Catherine took your grandfather's boat into the lake to investigate reports of construction in the swamps along the shoreline. She assumed it to be unpermitted shield activity.
Black ink of the mind, 50% of the map. The mind map.
We're really trucking. She was unable to find any evidence of it. However, it was clear that she found something during that investigation.
What was it? Or, actually, no, you pick.
What was it? I don't know. Perhaps you do? I haven't spoken to her in years. How would I know? Has Blake not mentioned anything? No. In any event, something drew her to that lake in the months before her death. Oh, now we have,
The overworld map's flashing.
Million in the party.
Yep.
Fascinating. Maybe we can use her in combat as well.
Possible.
Alright, let's check out the lake. Reports of construction.
Your mom was investigating reports of construction in the lake. She found no evidence of it, nor who might be behind it.
And then I guess Mom yet again.
Your mom was investigating reports of unpermitted shield construction in the lake. While there, she saw something. But what? Your mom saw something in the lake. Alright, so let's remember to get the pills just in case Troy wakes back up after we do our business here. Alright. Teens, dog, bookstore, driver. Alright, let's do bookstore last.
Let's do dogs first, yo!
A stocky pit bull with piercing green eyes watches the horizon with a natural demeanor.
Neutral demeanor.
Yes, I can
Pet
read.
the dog. Pet the dog.
As you reach down to pet the dog, she shows her teeth and growls softly.
Talk to the teens, maybe?
Two teens nod and gesture excitedly while bouncing between topics.
Let me pet your dog. Where this dog came from?
Dunno. She'd been sitting here for a while. You seen her eyes?
Them eyes or something, bruh? Them eyes are something, bruh, is how I would have read it if I was not reading it for the first time.
A young man leans against his station wagon while scrolling idly on his phone, his silhouette darkened by the fluorescent glare of the payday lender sign.
Double parked. He's not double parked in handicap parking, so that's fine. Started doing this rideshare thing a few weeks ago. Kinda hate it. Why? Pays like shit, spending hours a day making small talk is melting my brain. Nearly broke an axle driving over a pothole in Holly Grove. This is my grandpa's car. If I trash it, he'll kill me.
Drove anyone interesting?
There's all types around here. Some guy drove out to the middle of the swamp. It was like 2 in the morning, asked me to wait. He got out, took off his clothes, jumped in the bayou, came back up a minute later with a bag, toweled off, got back in. Found that to be pretty fucking weird, I don't know. And a while back I drove some lady out to the medical district. She was an odd one. Seemed kinda sick, asked me all kinds of questions. Do I ever pick up random signals on the radio? Weird shit like that. There's just all types. That was definitely our mom.
Yeah.
Probably gonna try and get an invite to this Quack app people have been talking about. Anything's gotta be better than this. Quack Coin is gonna go to the moon! Trading that station wagon for a Lambo.
Wouldn't that be something? Your mom used to come here to dig through the stacks. Among the heaps of used romance novels and westerns, she always managed to find some occult artifact. The owner is also the landlord. You imagine that's the only way he manages to keep a place like this running. Over the years, they've experimented with some other revenue-generating schemes. For a while, you could get your phone repaired here. Then they tried selling vape cartridges, then kratom, then anime wall scrolls, LSU, yard ornaments after that. You remember seeing online that they were trying to do some kind of acupuncture thing. In the end, the schemes always fail and only the paperbacks remain.
If you can't make money selling nicotine, then you are not trying.
Inside. You wonder how anyone can read in this dim and cluttered bookshop. As your eyes adjust, you see Blake's childhood friend, Erica, waiting behind the counter to greet you.
Fuck Erica. Pet this fucking cat. Okay.
We don't have that choice right now.
And Million, when do you get back to town? I've been in NORCO for quite some time. Perhaps you are misremembering Erica. Here, you take Erica.
Weird. I guess so.
But anyhow, Million is lying to us. I just realized ellipsis, sorry. Ellipsis?
But anyhow.
Hey,
you're looking rugged these days, old friend. That's an intense scar above your eye.
got it before I left town.
And the minute you return, you're right back in the mix, huh? Word on the street is you cleaned Troy's clock. That guy, my God, he's such a clown. Glad he finally got a little taste of what he deserves.
Sucks he got fired, though.
Yeah, maybe. He's just so...
misunderstood.
Sure. But enough about that, troll. I was keeping up with your travels online, but haven't seen you post in a while.
I tossed my phone in the Rio Grande.
I respect that. Seems more and more common these days. I've been avoiding my phone as well. Helps that the connection has been so erratic. Been hearing of people chopping down cell towers, tearing fiber cables out the ground, trying to rip the internet apart. She nods into the ensuing silence. Back because of your mom, huh?
Yeah.
I'll miss the hell out of that woman.
Oh yeah?
I know it wasn't always easy between you two. I was around for some of the arguments. Blake would say she was a great person, but a terrible mom. I just hope you and your brother can find some comfort.
That means a lot. Thank you.
Of course. I lost my dad a while back, also to cancer. He was a mean bastard. Picked up my sister and threw her one time, ended up giving her a concussion. I couldn't wait for him to die, and when he did, I danced. But as the years passed, I found myself thinking about him more. It feels good to hear stories about him. It's always complicated with this shit. Never easy. I worry about your brother. Your mom's illness was taking a toll on him. I watched him slip back into some bad behaviors. Have you seen Blake lately?
Sorry.
Yeah, I saw him just yesterday. He hasn't been around the house?
He has not.
He said he was heading to Floodgate Tavern when I saw him. He may have gotten wasted? I know Gus let him sleep behind the bar a couple times. Did he know you were coming, Kay? He never mentioned it.
Thought I'd surprise him.
I'm sure he'll be relieved to see you. He's been resisting help, but he needs it. If I hear from him, I'll tell him to find you.
At the cat!
Good luck finding Blake. Like I said, he probably just had a long night at the bar. Crouton, that's so cute.
What a good name for a cat.
Alright, so we have books, we have Crouton. We've already spoken to Erica. Crouton.
Is the rules not?
So this here is the illustrious Crouton. We found him behind the dumpster, out back licking cardboard. Whatever you do, don't try to pet him. He's a devil. I've got scars all over my hands from this damn cat.
Pet the cat.
Oh, I'm gonna. Oh, wow. Crouton usually bites strangers. He must like you. The number went
Pet
up.
the cat.
He seems to be getting a little excited.
Pet the cat. Did you mess it up on purpose?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I was just curious, is all. Wow, I've never seen a cat purr this hard. Maybe you two should slow down?
Never.
No, really. Stop touching the cat. Crouton looks like he's fixing to explode.
Save the game.
Yep.
Never do anything to a cat you can't undo, like explode it.
Let's blast off. And did you see the computer?
I did not. What did the computer do?
It said WTF.
What?
The fuck just happened to the cat? Okay? God damn it. I thought I told you to stop fucking with the cat. Did he just launch through the ceiling? What the hell just happened? See? There.
Yep. Crouton phone case.
Okay? I love you. I know you're going through a hard time, but I'm a little pissed that you launched the cat through the ceiling. Just give me some space, okay? Still not over the crouton thing, in case you're wondering.
Pick up the case.
You grab the phone case from the counter. A phone case resembling crouton. That leaves only the books. You scan the titles on the shelf.
Don't be a vampire.
You pick the slim, self-published paperback from the shelf and flip to a random page. Another dark and lonely night spent in this cavern of despair, hidden from the daylight. Blackout curtains are all that defer my eternal death. Thought being a vampire would be sexy, but it's not. It's awful for your skin. I look pathetic. Also, blood tastes like bong water. Didn't think it'd be like this. Good Hope Cemetery easement. A carbon copy of a document authored by the St. Charles Parish Planning Committee. The document outlines the parish's intentions to secure a roadway through a 90-meter stretch of the Shield Industrial Complex. This easement would allow the descendants of those entombed to visit the Good Hope Cemetery. The grave sites are currently surrounded on all sides by the refinery. Nothing else to do here.
I do hope Erica is correct and that Blake's absence is due to nothing more than another drunken night. My intuition leaves me with a sense that something is wrong. Do you feel it too, Kay? Does something feel strange to you? Well, the cat just launched through the ceiling like a fucking Sputnik rocket, so like, yes?
Several weeks ago. Greater New Orleans Neuroversioning Clinic. What brings you here tonight?
Ooh. I want a record for my children. I don't want to leave my kids alone. They may still need me.
I understand. And you were referred by Mr. Richard?
It's me. Duck. That's what everyone calls him.
Yes, Duck. We've followed his branch with some interest.
Who hasn't?
I gather we'll be discussing this in more detail as things progress. For now, let us begin with a simple exercise. I'd like to talk about your earliest memory. It's of pine trees, yes?
That's right.
Tell me about them.
They grew from the concrete and cracked the driveway. And the concrete broke into pieces.
They made your father upset.
He'd see them and frown.
But he'd remain silent.
He'd sit quietly in the truck, dissatisfied. I wouldn't say a word. Speaking in those moments made you a fool in his mind.
Your father's house
was safe. I wish I could have stayed, but he wouldn't have it.
And that's why you married Blue.
Yes, to have somewhere to go. We bought our little place on Good Hope Street. The whole thing was a mistake. When I told him I didn't love him, it was in my father's voice. I told him I never loved any man.
Was it true?
Yes.
That was a difficult night for you.
It didn't feel real.
Where was Blue?
He sat at the window all night.
The east-facing window?
Yes.
When you stood over him to apologize, you saw the flare stack of the refinery in his eyes.
I never apologized.
I'm guessing we have choices to retain or forget these memories. Let's begin with the pine trees memory first. Keep or toss?
Do we have like a budget?
I have no idea. I see only these buttons.
Well, let's keep him staring out the window.
So you want to keep this one over here?
Mm-hmm.
And what else you want to do?
Let's keep the burning in his eyes. And let's keep the trees.
How was it after that? At the time before he died?
We circled each other in wide orbits. I'd hide at the center of the house nursing Kay, and only leave when I heard him step out. He'd sleep on the couch or next to her crib. He'd sing her old Cajun lullabies, pet her head, whisper to her about his life.
And then there was the explosion.
When the cat cracker blew, they said he fell 5 stories. We went to identify his body on a Thursday night. I remember the tempo of the streetlights, the police scattering across the east bank. I carried Kay in a blanket. She never cried.
3 more choices.
Keep them all.
Tell me about this man.
I would see him from time to time around NORCO. This was many years back. Several weeks ago, Blake saw someone passing by the house. I think it was him.
Why?
I just do.
The robot is no longer there to deter him.
I'm right. The robot did leave. Million?
Yes.
Could be it.
What was your first encounter with Million?
Let me think. He came to me in the parking lot. He was about 12 years old at the time. She knew Blue from his days at the aluminum refinery. I stared for a long time into her constellation of eyes. They swirled in a kind of desperation. I took her home knowing it was another mistake.
You were reckless in those days.
I welcomed any trouble I could find.
I see no indication of a budget, so...
Yeah, I continue to say keep everything.
What is the significance of this image to you?
It's... well, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out.
It's a sphere.
It followed me in the lake.
When?
Recently, a few weeks ago.
This is where Mr. Richard's branch factors into your biography.
Duck's version escaped.
A hard fork. An extremely rare instance.
And grew into some kind of monster. It began speaking to me through the radio. It told me to install an app.
An app?
Yes. ... I think it has something to do with the thing, the sphere, whatever it is. But so long as it pays, I don't care. I can use the money.
The app pays?
Yes.
I see. It seems that this is the last control point that you submitted. Would you like to include any additional thoughts or memories? Anything not included in the intake form?
No, that should be enough.
I will now begin disconnecting the sensors. A slight feeling of nausea and disorientation is normal and no cause for alarm. I thank you for your patience, Ms. Madeir. Alright, so now we have an entirely different setup
mind
here.
map. Let us mind map Catherine.
Let me check for points. We have the phone on us too. I want to see that real fast. Alright. The mind map first.
No idea what Super Duck wants from me. Better check my phone.
Alright, then let's do that. So we see something of a transfer rate here.
Mm-hmm. The difference between the exchange rate between USD and
what looked to be quack bucks or whatever they called those cybers.
Yep.
Also,
absolutely. Hoot hoot, motherfuckers.
can't order a ride.
Whack job. Just checking in. Please text when you can. I'm fine. Where are you, dear? Arizona. Where in Arizona?
IDK.
Love you. Just checking in. Still in Arizona?
New Mex.
Be careful. It doesn't seem safe to be there right now. Call when you can. Getting worried. Kay? Blake says he hasn't heard from you. Really getting concerned. Please call. They put me on another round of chemo. Would love to hear from you. Call?
Where you went, Ma?
I'm out. I'm fine. Had to drop something off at your parents.
Been gone a while.
I had to make a couple stops. I'm okay, I promise. Blake, have you heard from your sister?
Yeah, she said she was okay.
Where is she?
She didn't say.
Dear, where did my pills go? In a meeting. We'll call back.
How'd it go this morning?
We'll call.
Ma, he came back around.
I'll be home soon. Calling Uncle Chip.
It's fine. Love you.
Love you, sweetheart. Blake, can you hear me? Can you come to the living room, please? Something's happened. Out this evening. Everything's okay.
You need to stay home.
I'll be fine, I promise. Love you, my nerd.
Love you, Ma.
Been a while, Doc.
Too long, old friend. How's the weather on your side of the tracks?
They have me on chemo.
Terrible. I don't have long myself. They got me carrying around a tank.
Blue's waiting for us.
I don't doubt that for a minute. Praise the glory of God. Something on your mind, Kate?
Don't want to raise your blood pressure.
Try me.
Super contacted me.
So he did. Don't mess around with that shit. Where you went. Don't mess around with Super Kate. That thing's got no soul. Like to ruin what all it touches.
I need the money.
They don't take money where we're going.
I can't leave it for the kids to clean up. Blue left them a little bit with how we went out, but I was a fool.
Don't worry yourself like this at the end. Find peace.
No peace for me.
Don't get mixed up with that thing, Kate. I'll tell you now, it won't go how you want it. Kate? God damn it. Hope you're listening. Welcome to the Oxnard My Direct Medical Portal. 628-1760 is your verification code. Do not share this code with anyone. You have chosen to receive online billing notifications via SMS. To confirm, please respond yes. To cancel, please respond no.
Yes.
Your SMS notification service is now confirmed. A bill for $1,563.24 has been posted to your MyDirect portal. Outstanding balance, waiting. Bill posted, outstanding balance, outstanding balance, outstanding balance. Bill for 12,000, my oh my, look at this. $15,872.33.
I have questions about this receptionist. ...
Oh, sorry. That's yours.
Ma'am?
Wait, no. Other way. Sorry, the ellipsis is yours.
Ellipsis?
Ma'am?
Ma'am,
are you okay?
my eyes are just playing tricks on me, I guess.
Vertigo and visual distortion are common side effects of a versioning session. Shall I contact our on-call physician?
No, it's fine.
Very well.
Very well.
Last name?
It's Madere. First name Catherine.
One moment. ... Your head drive is fully synced. You have chosen our silver tier. Your product does not come pre-installed with adware blocking services and is provided as is, without warranty. You are eligible for a free sync anytime before the new year. Thank you for choosing the Greater New Orleans Neuroversioning Clinic for your cognitive versioning needs. And that leaves Quack Job.
Says here I need to go to the Curious Duck. Oh, it's an artificial intelligence that's paying people like small amounts of cryptocurrency that it is making in order to get them to do jobs for it.
Wonderful. I am gonna break off here though, but I do want to continue this. There's no way we stop here.
Hell yeah, I'm enjoying the hell out of this.
Yeah, me too. All right, let me save her up. Cool. And with that, this is only part 1 of this, folks. Hope you tune in. Well, you know what? Keep your eyes on the channel. I have no idea when next time will be. And you and I will figure that one out, Silver. But we absolutely must continue.
Indeed.
Right,
I'm glad that we did this. I'm glad that you suggested it. I'm glad that you reminded me after I misunderstood what day we were getting together.
That's all right.
And I'm glad that I bought this for you because this is delightful.
Yes, thank you very much. That's my condition whenever anyone wants to gift me something. Stream it with me. I'm very glad to have you for the ride.
Me too.
Right then, I'm Alpha.
I'm Silver.
And we'll see you fuckers next time. You have a wonderful evening.
And may you reach the moon.